Hey, it's Erin. Let's talk about getting shredded for summer. A few weeks ago, we did a video called Get Leaner Faster, where I outlined 5 techniques that you can incorporate into your current routine that would help you, of course, get leaner faster, but do less traditional cardio and saves you a ton of time in the gym. These 5 techniques look great on paper, but I know there are sometimes troubles with the actual application of them. So a couple weeks ago, we did a lower body workout, and today it's an upper body workout that incorporates all 5 techniques, and we'll go through each technique as the exercises come up, but I'll leave a link below so you can check out the original. So without further ado, let's train. The first exercise we're going to do is a TBar Row. Now, it's important when you're trying to lean down and maintain muscle mass to lift heavy for that first or second exercise. Now, on the first and second exercise, you're going to do straight sets. So here it's 5 sets of 8 reps with about a minute in between each set. Now, choose a weight that is very challenging for the last 2 to 3 reps, but is doable. And when I say challenging, I mean you're not shrugging the weight, you're keeping your elbows close to your body, and you're not using your legs as momentum. So it's a pure pull, you're squeezing your shoulder blades at the top and really controlling that weight on the eccentric or negative portion. Now that's where a lot of the damage and change happens. So make sure you're really controlling that negative portion, keeping your wrists nice and straight, and really focusing on pulling right up to your chest. We're getting into our first superset here. Now, a superset is a pull and a push, or a push and a pull. So we're training opposing muscle groups, back and chest. This is a neutral grip lat pull down. Now, you're going to want to do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps here, and control both the concentric and the eccentric portion of the exercise. So keep the elbows close to the body, pull the bar about to your collarbone, maybe a little bit lower, and bring your shoulders down at the very bottom. This is going to help keep your traps out of the equation and ensure that you're lifting with your upper back. Even though you're trying to lean down, it's really important that you keep a really strong mind-muscle connection and you're training the intended muscle groups. So the goal is almost to sculpt as you lean and keep that X-frame shape that you've worked so hard to maintain. Going straight into decline push-ups. And I love combining exercises that can be done basically in the same station. That way, if the gym is crowded, you don't have to look around for equipment, and I think even more importantly, it limits the time in between each exercise. Now, the quicker you can get that turnaround, the faster your heart is going to beat. And with this, you're going to do 4 of these supersets. Take about 45 seconds in between each superset. This is going to give you enough time to recover to where you can still lift relatively heavy, but not enough time to get that heart rate down. Now we're going to add in a cardio element. We're doing a neutral grip shoulder press. I love doing shoulder press like this because it works those lateral delts. So again, the goal is to continue to try to sculpt and maintain as you lean down. This is going to help keep that width across the upper body, help give you the illusion of that smaller waist. I like to bring the dumbbells below parallel, so the upper arm is below parallel, controlling both the concentric and the eccentric. So it's important, even though you're supersetting, you're trying to go to fast tempo, don't speed up your reps, because when you speed up your reps, you're using more momentum and unintended muscle groups. Now, 4 sets of 10 here, and then you're going to go straight into a modified upright row. So this is going to be a bit of a partial rep here. So you're not going to be able to get those elbows nice and high. It's okay. Keep constant tension on those shoulders. So when you lower those dumbbells, don't spend a lot of time at the bottom. And by doing that, you're going to keep a lot of that tension on those lateral delts. Keep them nice and full. 10 reps here too. And everything should stay at about 180 degrees. So your elbows should be in line with your upper body. Keep those wrists nice and straight. And by keeping the dumbbells at your side, you find it's a lot easier to keep those wrists straight and to not use your biceps. All right, so 30 jumping jacks right after doing that push-pull. And with the jumping jacks, this is an exercise you do want to go a bit faster on. So don't dally with the jumping jacks. Be a little bit more explosive. And after you do those 30 reps, you're just going to take about 45 seconds and repeat the whole thing again. So as you can see, 30 jumping jacks. Again, keep it going. Make sure you're getting that full spread with the feet. Make sure your arms are over your head. Okay, next up, we're gonna be training back, chest, and abs here. Grab a couple of different dumbbells, and the first exercise is a dumbbell row. And as with the other back exercises, be sure that you keep your wrists straight. Be sure you keep your elbows close to your body, and you want to almost think about pulling back towards that hip bone. So don't think about lifting the elbow up. Think about pulling it back and up. And that motion is going to help really hit those lats a little bit better. And with any single arm or unilateral exercise, I would start with the weaker arm first and then go on to the stronger side. So 4 sets of 10 here. So 10 reps on each side. Be sure you're keeping your shoulders square to the ground. You're not shearing your hips, you're not shearing your shoulders. Everything's square, everything is even from left to right. Really important for maintaining a physique that is symmetrical. So from here, just grab your dumbbells, hop on the bench. We'll do a little flat bench. And for this, I like to hit a little bit more of the upper chest, even though it's a flat bench. So I'm gonna bring my elbows out slightly. And this puts a little bit more emphasis on the chest, less emphasis on the upper chest, less emphasis on those shoulders, less emphasis on the mid. So here, elbows out. I'm holding the dumbbells a bit higher. Now this weight is not anywhere close to my PR. So if you're going to go heavy on this, by all means, do proper form. So you're gonna pop those dumbbells down, grab a lighter pair of dumbbells, and go straight into flies. Now with the dumbbell flies, keep in mind that you're gonna lose that tension on the muscle if you let the dumbbells touch at the top. So you're going to use an abbreviated range of motion here. So as soon as you feel like you start to lose tension on the chest, go ahead and lower those dumbbells back down again. There's nothing wrong with doing partial reps, especially if the rest of the range of motion doesn't contribute to your overall progress. So here, same idea as with the bench press, keeping the elbows high, keeping my arms high, closer to chin height. And this is gonna help accentuate a little bit more of that upper chest. You're gonna go straight into a plank. And hold that plank for 30 seconds to a minute. And with the plank, be sure you keep everything from your feet to your ears in a straight line. There's a tendency as we get tired to lower those hips or to raise the hips. Don't let either one of those happen. Keep those abs nice and tight. I love planks. This trains your transverse abdominis, so it's going to help make your midsection a little bit smaller once everything is developed. You start leaning down. It's really a great exercise for overall core strength. And again, whittling that middle. 30 seconds to a minute here, and then rest for 45 and repeat. Moving on to the last set of exercises, we're going to use the easy bar for all of these. The first exercise is an easy bar partial curl. Now go a little bit higher rep on these, so about 15 reps. And rather than keeping your feet up a little bit higher, extend your legs out so that the bar does not touch your upper leg. So you want to lower it until your hand just about touches your leg, and then bring the bar right back up again. And of course, this is going to keep constant tension on those biceps, and it's gonna burn like crazy, which is what you want. And then flip over your grip. We're gonna go into tricep extensions. Now with this, Think about keeping your elbows as close to your head as possible, so try not to let those elbows flare out. Keep your upper arm perpendicular to the ground. So you want to try to keep as little movement in that upper arm as possible. So even more reason to go a little bit slower and really control the motion. This is an isolation exercise, so we're trying to just hit those triceps. 15 reps here. And then we're gonna go into a partial front raise with the easy bar. And I like to almost roll the wrist a little bit, so keep a slight bend downward in the wrist here. And I like to lean forward just a little bit. Lower that bar until it almost touches your legs. Go 10 to 15 reps if you can. This giant set is a killer, so it's going to definitely burn. And here you're going to do 3 sets over all of this. And raise the bar to about parallel. You can go a little bit higher if your shoulders allow. And then drop the bar. We're gonna throw in some ab work, do some toe touchers. 30 reps here. And after you do all that, you're going to rest for 30 to 45 seconds. So we've shortened the recovery time here since we're just doing a bit more isolation work and getting some core work in. The whole workout should take you about 45 minutes. So, and your heart rate should be pumping the entire time. Just keep an eye on recovery in between sets. That's going to be almost as important as lifting heavy. If you try this workout and you love it, please tag me on social media. I really enjoy seeing your progress, seeing you take these exercises and make them your own. And if you like the video, please consider subscribing and don't forget to click the little bell. You'll be the first to know whenever a new video comes out. Thanks for watching. Until next time, train hard and train smart, y'all.